In the year 2025, nothing sells quite like the dopamine rush of nostalgia. And recently I became a pirate of the 7 seas, if you catch my drift, allowing me to download some of the most nostalgic games from my childhood. I was so enamored by all of them that I thought it'd be a really good idea to make a video about it. Hell, I was like, why not make a whole video ranking some of the old Nickelodeon games? And then a YouTuber that I really enjoy watching did that video. So for the sake of not wasting my time playing one of the worst games ever made, I figured I'd go ahead and tell you all about my journey with Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. The game boots up with this really interesting video. It shows Jimmy fighting enemies, solving puzzles, and... Is this working? There's nothing on the screen. I forgot. There's nothing on the screen because I didn't record the first half hour of me playing this game. Needless to say, this video was off to a very rocky start, but I didn't let that deter me. So I went ahead and started over from the beginning, even though the game was really frustrating me, as you can clearly see here. I feel like I gotta beat that fucking thing, dude. But let's go ahead and boot the game up and make sure everything is recording and get into the... Oh my god! What the fuck is that? That's not James Isaac Neutron. Who the fuck is that? Let's just continue on. Let's just continue forward. Even though this Jimmy Neutron's gonna give me fucking nightmares, we'll continue past it. So basically the game starts you off in Jimmy's warehouse where his lab is, and then you can go through and pick your levels. The first level takes place in Retroland. Now, if you're a fan of the show like I was growing up, you can immediately notice this does not look like Retroland at all. But that's besides the point. This mission takes you through Retroland as you go through different themed mini-games, talking to some essential characters like Carl, who looks like that for some reason and sounds even worse.
Oh, it looks really spooky in there.
And some non-essential characters like Nisa, who quite literally had one line in the entire Jimmy Neutron film.
I was playing on the teeter-totter and my knee hurt.
Why is she in here, you might ask? Fucking beats me. The first area I chose to explore was the intergalactic area. There's all different types of planets and space-themed attractions to see, and going through all of them, I eventually ended up at the spaceship minigame. Now this fucking minigame vein of my fucking existence, okay? Going into this minigame, I thought it was gonna be a walk through the park, because after all, this game was made for children back in like the early 2000s, when I was just a baby, a little baby boy. So I thought I fucking had this in the bag, there's no way that it's gonna be difficult. I was so fucking wrong. I don't even know where to begin to explain the torment this absolute horrendous minigame put me through.
No! Fuck.
To begin with, I'm going to show you the HUD. Now, when you look at this HUD, can you tell me where the health is? Don't worry, I'll give you time. If you said, oh, it's the lives meter in the top left-hand corner, you would be fucking wrong, idiot. It's clearly the pie. The pie indicates how much health you have and also how much damage you've taken. Whereas the little health icon things, like your heads up over here, that's to indicate how many lives you have. Now, can anyone tell me what the fuck Goddard means over here? Because I sure as shit couldn't. Apparently Goddard serves as some kind of McGuggin power-up that allows you to eradicate all of the enemies one time once your health gets up to 100, I think. I'm still really iffy on it because I was able to use it once and then I was able to use it twice in one round, but there was really no clear indication as to why I was able to use it more than once. With that being said, that's what the Goddard one does. And next to him are the level ups. So as you play this minigame, you'll encounter these little fucking robot ships that fire missiles at you that will kill you in one hit, regardless of how much pie you have up here. But if you manage to take those down, you'll get a power-up, and you can pick it up, and the power-ups range from anywhere from like shooting behind you to a triple shoot to even getting a missile of your own, but we'll get to that soon. So needless to say, this was a bunch of trial and error trying to figure out if I was getting hurt, how much damage I was doing, how many lives I had, things like that. I mean, it took like maybe 2 or 3 rounds, but I feel like there should have been some kind of instruction that they should have put at the beginning of the fucking game and been like, hey, this is what this does, this is what that does, avoid this, avoid that. At the very end of this minigame, the final boss is one of, and I'm not over exaggerating when I say this, one of the hardest things I've ever had to encounter in video games. I'm going to explain why. So throughout the entire level, you're fighting these little fucking robots, little ships I should say, these little ships that are firing orange bullets at you that you can clearly see against the blue-black space background. As soon as you get to the boss, all of a sudden it switches from orange to red. And you might think, not that big of a deal, but it is a big deal because red is very prominent on the screen and it's not the only thing the fucking boss shoots. You see this little fucking bullet? This is the blue bullet that the boss shoots out at you. Did you see it at first? Because I fucking didn't. Do you see how this loves to just blend in to the fucking background? When I tell you, that shit got me so many fucking times. It is so aggravating. Eventually, I got a power-up that allowed me to fire missiles. And just like it does with you, those missiles will take down enemies in one shot. The issue is if you lose one of your lives while you have a power-up, that power-up is gone. So I got a missile probably like mid-game and had to try and like finagle my way to not lose any life or one-up. So that way whenever I got to the boss, I was like well-equipped, right? Easier said than done. So I get my missile, I'm going through, and I'm taking these fuckers down. I finally get to the boss. After so many different tries of being shot down by the boss and losing, I knew this was my one chance. Because not only did I have the missiles, I had all of my health, all of my pie. This was my time. And after dodging bullets after bullets and paying attention to the background bluish dots, I finally beat him with more than 2 lives to spare. And you know what happened? I fucking died anyways. I don't know if this is a glitch with the pirate ship I'm using, or if this minigame just does not fucking work in general, or if that's just how the minigame ends. But when I was playing it, it seemed like it failed me even though I won with lives. Do you know how fucking like egregious that is?
I destroyed it, and then it killed me anyways, even though I had all 3 of my lives.
After that, I looked up how to beat this minigame because I was like, there's no fucking way I have to do this. Like, my game's glitched, I'm not gonna be able to make this video. It's not even a requirement, y'all. You don't get fucking anything from it. Nothing. You get zero zilch nada from doing this fucking little minigame. So after a quick breather and a lot of regret, I went ahead and shut down for the night and started up on day number 2. Day number 2 rolled around and I avoided that fucking minigame and moved on to the Egyptian section of the park. This was fairly refreshing. As you can clearly see, this is just mimicking the N64 Mario painting slide. This level was super easy. It was easy to get all the atoms that were in there. And oh, I don't think I've mentioned the atoms yet. So if you can probably notice, everywhere on the ground is littered with little atoms that you can pick up and collect, and every area has like a certain amount that you can collect. And I was like, oh man, I should get all of them. That was a dumb fucking decision. That was stupid. I should not have done that. And so I went back and I kind of just went over and over and over again in this slide trying to make sure I get all of the atoms. Eventually I did. It did not take that long. The next section of the park was the Middle East section. Then this area was of course guarded by a little white girl. That's fucking crazy. Basically, to gain access to this section of the park, you had to retrieve Cindy's dog, which is pretty easy. After that, you're allowed admittance to the Middle Eastern section of the map, and within it you can find a very simple platformer, or it fucking would be a simple platformer if this game had any semblance of depth. Maybe I'm just bad at platforming, but oh my god, it was so hard for me to tell where I was jumping, because things looked like they were closer than they actually were. And my biggest issue is that the camera was like fixed the entire time. I couldn't rotate it. I could not see where the next floating carpet was going to be. I just had to like take a leap of faith each time, which in and of itself isn't terrible, but it was just really fucking annoying that I couldn't even look where I was jumping. But after a little while, I eventually got every atom in this location, and I moved on to the ginormous clown inside the park. This section, you have to go talk to Carl, or at least what is the skinwalker pretending to be Carl. I mean, so anyways, to be able to gain entrance to the funhouse, you have to find Carl's inhaler, which is in like the same location where the bone was, so that was pretty easy to find. Bring it back, Carl lets you in to one of the most horrific mazes I've ever seen in my life. It's essentially the inside of a mouth, so you're standing on gums, and what is the actual maze is fucking teeth. However, as gross as this maze is, it's actually pretty easy. It didn't take too long for me to get every atom in there. I got turned around like maybe once or twice, but overall, it took me like less than 10 minutes. After that, I went to the final section of the park, the Jungle Temple. This should be a pretty easy walk in the park, right? Wrong. It's yet again another platformer, but this time the floor moves. And you don't get told that, it just happens. So the first thing that happened to me was I jumped onto the platform, it moved, I fell into lava. This happened so many times. This took me a lot longer than I'm willing to admit, and I eventually figured it out, got through, got all the atoms, and I was set. I finally got to the end of it. I met everyone at Retroland, you know, we got together, we talked, and I was like, look at all these cool things I got. And all my hard work finally paid off. Oh, hold on guys, I'm sorry, I gotta take this. Hello? What do you mean? That was like one level out of 12? What do you mean that was one level? That's, no, that can't just be one fucking level. I watched the guy's playthrough. He played through like an hour and a half's worth of stuff. Well, yeah. Well, no, I didn't watch it all the way through. I didn't want to spoil the game, you know? All right. Yeah. Thanks. Okay, so apparently I did not beat the game. You know, maybe I am just bad at video games. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like. I personally enjoyed making this. I have a really cool video idea involving video games for my next video, and I hope you guys enjoy that as well. But I'm not going to talk about it because that's a secret. So leave a comment down below if you want to see me finish this game. If you like this video, please make sure to like it. Subscribe if you're new. I'd love to have you around. I try and make videos like this every 2 weeks. Sometimes it's every 3 weeks because some videos like this one take a lot more prep work and a lot more scripting and figuring some things out. And the next video I'm making is also pretty big. But anyways, that's besides the point. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you're still here, leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that good shit. And I will see you guys in my next video.